Hello and welcome back to the Microlearning Institute. In this short tutorial, we introduce the concept of a PESTEL analysis. A PESTEL analysis is a framework or a tool or technique or approach used to analyze and monitor what we refer to as the macro environmental factors that have an impact on an organization. The PESTEL is short for the political, economic, social, legal, environmental and technological factors that affect all organizations. Let's look at these factors individually. Political factors are all about how and to what degree a government intervenes in a particular economy. This can include things such as government policy in a particular sector, the political stability or maybe instability in overseas markets, foreign trade policy and the emergence of new directions in that area, tax policies that a government might pursue, labour laws in a particular jurisdiction, laws about the environment, or perhaps even trade restrictions and so on. Organisations need to be able to respond to the current and anticipated future legislation and adjust to organisational strategy accordingly. Next, let's look at economic factors. And this can include things like economic growth rates in a particular area, interest rates as set by central banks in particular jurisdictions, foreign exchange rates as a result of movement in interest rates, inflation as a result of movement in interest rates, and consequently the disposable income of customers and consumers to the business. Economic factors have a significant impact on how an organisation does business and also how profitable an organisation might be. Macroeconomic factors deal with the management of demand in any given economy. Governments use techniques such as interest rate control, tax policy, and government expenditure as the main mechanisms to influence the demand for money in an economy. Microeconomic factors are all about the way people spend their incomes. And these microeconomic factors have a large impact on business to consumer organizations in particular. Next, let's look at social factors in the macro environmental arena. Social factors involved shared beliefs and attitudes of the population towards particular aspects. These factors can be population growth, the age distribution of a population, the health awareness and self-consciousness of a population, and attitudes to career progression and so on. Next, let's look at technological factors. And these, of course, involve new ways of producing goods and services, new ways of distributing goods and services to customers and to various channels, new ways of communicating with target markets. Finally, let's look at environmental factors, and these include impacts of increasing scarcity of certain raw materials such as wood and timber, etc. Pollution targets as set by summits agreed by major powers. Again, attitudes about doing business in an ethical and sustainable way for an organisation, or maybe carbon footprint targets that are set by governments both nationally and internationally. Finally, let's look at the legal factors that affect the macro environmental arena. These legal factors include laws, evolving laws on health and safety, evolving laws around topics such as equal opportunities and advertising standards, also the development of laws around consumer rights and product labelling, and of course safety of a range of products. Once the PESTEL analysis has been completed, the information gathered from this PESTEL analysis can be used to develop what we call a SWOT analysis, which identifies the strengths and weaknesses of an organisation and also the opportunities and threats that might exist in a particular segment of the environment. Thank you very much for watching this short tutorial on PESTEL analysis provided by the Microlearning Institute.